What is up, guys? Dzeeff here, and today I have sort of another Christmas present opening. It's not cards or anything like that like we did on actual Christmas, but basically for Christmas one of the items my girlfriend got me was called Yu-Gi-Oh! The Art of the Cards. It's sort of confusing, and this is actually a pretty cool booklet. I don't know a ton about it. There's not a ton of information online. I believe it came out in 2017. I also think just from reading the back of this that it basically just has full resolution pictures of a lot of the more old school monsters. And I thought in today's video we would take a look to see what's in this. So on the back here, I'll just read it for you guys. I think this was like the only thing that I read on the Wikipedia page about this. So it says Yu-Gi-Oh! The Art of the Cards, obviously a play on the heart of the cards. And it says the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game allows kids, teenagers, and adults to relive the exciting duels that take place in the animated Yu-Gi-Oh! Series. Yu-Gi-Oh! The Art of the Cards collects the classic artwork of every real-life playable card featured in the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters animated series. So that's all. I've mentioned before I don't really watch a lot of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime, but actually I'll probably recognize many of these cards because when I was a kid growing up, I actually did watch the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime as like it was coming out every Saturday morning, which is pretty crazy to think about in retrospect. I didn't think it'd make such a big impact on my life. But anyway, it says featuring over 800 cards, this prestigious hardcover tome, weird word to say, is the ultimate archive of the cards used by Yugi Muto, Joey Wheeler, Seto Kaiba, My Valentine, and more in their battles to prove who truly has the heart of the cards. Like I said, this came out in 2017. You can kind of see the back there. We already have some artwork of stuff. We got Dark Magician Girl, we got Tiger Axe, Blockman, who's one of my personal favorites. We have Red Eyes, not Darkness Metal Dragon, it's Red Eyes Metal Dragon, and then Fairy Gift, I think, and Dark Paladin. We'll have to see. So yeah, I thought we'd just kind of take a look at this, sort of look through some of the pages so you guys can get an idea of what's in this product if you're interested in buying it for you or a friend. Okay, so here it is. I think that this is actually like the best way to do it. I feel like I'm at a library, like giving a little demonstration to some kiddos. Here's what Yu-Gi-Oh! Is about, friends. So it says Yu-Gi-Oh! The Art of the Cards, and then we have a beautiful picture of Blue Eyes. Thank God it's not the one that I hate, although not everyone's a fan of this artwork. This is the one that they reuse because it's on the, it has a tablet behind it as well as the world. Not very often that you see artwork reused and then the background change. That's kind of specific to Blue Eyes. We open here, we got the Bodacious, is that a word I can use on this channel? We have Dark Magician Girl there, and then it says about this book. So it says, Duelists, welcome to Yu-Gi-Oh! The Art of the Cards. This book includes all the real-life playable cards from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game, which were featured in the original 224 episode Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters animated series and the 12 episode Yu-Gi-Oh! Capsule Monsters. Was that actually only 12 episodes? I remember watching Capsule Monsters. I thought that was like a lot longer than it actually was. In total, over 800 pieces of card artwork are featured. For easy searching, all cards are listed alphabetically using their official names from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game. Cards that went by a different name or use multiple names in the animated series have that name included under the animation name tag. All cards also list the duelists that wielded them. We got wielded cards. Some key cards, such as the Blue Eyes White Dragon and Dark Magician, also include alternate pieces of artwork used in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game. I don't know if did they use alternate artwork in the actual TV show? I'm not so sure on that. Anyway, though, so we got this. So this is basically what you're looking at. You got all sorts of different cards here. And then, yeah, it says, like, this one says A Deal with Dark Ruler, and this is Japanese card name, which I can't pronounce at all. And then it says Duelist, the Big Five. So basically, what you're looking at here is a gift that's good for people that watch the original animated series. And there is just a ton of awesome artwork in this product. I wanted to share a couple of my favorites with you. For example, they have both of the artworks of Launcher Spider. If you don't know, I've mentioned this a few times, but Launcher Spider was my very first Yu-Gi-Oh! Card. I still actually own that original Launcher Spider. It is very damaged by now, but it's cool to see both of the artworks included in here. Personally, I like the original artwork, not the OCG artwork, just because the OCG artwork looks a little too cartoony for my taste. Another juxtaposition that I found hilarious in here was Slot Machine, which was one of my favorite earlier cards that I used in combination with Launcher Spider because they're both machines. I basically was Bandit Keith back in the day, and what's funny though shows that Slot Machine is right next to Slifer the Sky Dragon. Because these are alphabetical, you're going to have some really hilariously underpowered cards like Slot Machine next to some hilariously overpowered cards, at least by anime standards, Slifer the Sky Dragon. So that one's pretty funny. Also, I found two of my favorite artworks happen to both start with the same letter, Prisman and Pumpkin the King of Ghosts. I love both of these cards. I think they're hilarious anime old school cards. Obviously, I've used Pumpkin a few times on the channel, mostly around Halloween. As far as Prisman, he's not that powerful, so you haven't really seen him in any profiles, although his spirit lives on in Brilliant Fusion. So at this part, where it shows Exodia and Final, it says unique ways to win. In the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game, if you're able to get all cards in a certain group together, you automatically win the game. I think everyone kind of knows that about Exodia. And it says, presented here are a few powerful cards that were featured in the animated series and also give the player unique ways to win. If a duelist is able to gather Exodia the Forbidden One and his 4 limbs in their hand, that duelist instantly wins the duel. And then similarly, if a duelist is able to play Destiny board and spell out the spirit message Final, which was death in the Japanese anime, that duelist wins the duel. So it kind of shows some alternate win conditions. Obviously, there's more alternate win conditions. I don't think that they appeared in the original anime series, though. And then we have some renders, which are particularly useful for people like me that I used to do thumbnails. Like in 2017, I did a lot of thumbnails with renders. If you guys look at some of my bigger videos from that year, almost all of them have like a couple artworks in there, and then they're completely rendered out. I don't render any of them by hand, though. I just sort of Google the name and then the render. So Blue Eyes White Dragon, which was featured in a bunch of my thumbnails. And then we have this stuff. So we have Blackluster Soldier, Time Wizard, Karibo, Baby Dragon, and then the alternate artwork of Summon Skull, which is fantastic. Not that the old artwork isn't like good or anything. I'm a fan of the alternate artwork. And then we go a little bit further. See here we have Dark Magician Girl, Harpy Lady, Jinzo, and D-Mok, although it's actually not technically D-Mok, it's Magician of Black Chaos. And then we have Relinquished, looks really funny. So we have Relinquished over here, as well as Valkyrion. Oh, the camera just went out of focus. Hey, you want to come back here, camera? Thank you. So we have Relinquished, we have Valkyrion, stuff like that. It's really hard to do this, looking at the camera. And then we have Red Eyes, Red Eyes B Dragon with some kind of a weird way to do that. You guys see that? They have its artwork is like extended, not so much, it's not like a render, it's extended artwork. Next page we got, oh man, we got Buster Blader, and we got XYZ Dragon Cannon. We got all of the XYZ characters there, that's kind of cool. And then yeah, we got some stuff at the back for some of the newer animes that I do not know the names of any characters from. Obviously I'm aware of Jaden and Yusei, but I don't know the name of this character. That was a Zexal character, right? Anyway, though, that is pretty much going to wrap up today's video on Yu-Gi-Oh! The Art of the Cards. This is a fantastic little booklet here, very high quality, and one of the things I just want to mention at the end here, I wish Yu-Gi-Oh! Did this more often, because Yu-Gi-Oh! Card artwork is pretty cool looking, and obviously I work a lot with it to put it in thumbnails, but some of the artworks, even on newer cards, are fantastic, and I know that when they make a book like this, it's a more expensive item for collectors, so they need to appeal to like the original anime fans, but even like the modern cards, they look really good. Have you guys looked at the Danger card artworks? Currently, there aren't a lot of high-resolution pictures of those cards besides Nessie and Bigfoot online, which is why you always see those two in thumbnails. But in general, all those artworks are so detailed. There's a story in the background that a lot of people miss, and I wish Yu-Gi-Oh! Focused on its artwork more often. We saw it happen once with like the Noble Knights. All of those high-resolution artworks got posted on the European page for Yu-Gi-Oh! But in general, Yu-Gi-Oh! Doesn't really have an artwork resource, and that's really sad because Hearthstone actually does have that. Every time Hearthstone releases a new set, they release the high resolution, the full resolution pictures for every single card in those sets. It's especially cool in Hearthstone's case because the card artwork on the physical cards, well, not physical cards, but the cards on the online game, they're actually ovals for the pictures, so you're actually cutting out some of the square or rectangle from the full artwork. So when you go on their website, you can see all the cards in all of their glory, and it's something that I wish Yu-Gi-Oh! Did. This was an awesome Christmas gift from my girlfriend. I think it's really cool that she found this. It's a very unique sort of outlook on something that I really cherish. You know, my childhood watching the Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime is some of my fondest memories with early Yu-Gi-Oh! And it's awesome to have all the artwork in one place. Anyway, though, I'll see you guys later. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Goodbye.